Coming up on Small Town Big Deal.
We run off and join the circus.
The thrills.
Those are going really close.
The spill. And Ringmaster Rodney?
Break out the cotton candy and Cracker Jack. It's time to mount up for Circus World.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl. Okay, so what is the greatest show on earth, Rodney?
Well, a biased answer might be Small Town Big Deal.
Okay, well, as much as I like that answer, it was actually a slogan that became synonymous with the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Yeah, and when they weren't on the road performing, they wintered right here in Baraboo, Wisconsin.
Their private place to rest and regroup before hitting the road again the following season. But today, it is Circus World.
There are few museums, if anywhere, whose collection includes clowns, jugglers, aerialists, and elephants.
But in Baraboo, Wisconsin, about 2 hours northwest of Milwaukee, Circus World offers just that. A living history extravaganza that celebrates the rich history of the American circus and its first family, the Ringling Brothers.
Tell me how Circus World Museum came to be, why it's here.
This is the hometown. This is where the greatest show on earth started. The five brothers came to town with their family. Al Ringling, the oldest brother, he's got the showbiz bug. He trains dogs. He learns how to balance a plow on his chin.
He balanced a plow?
Balanced a plow.
Maybe you can do that in the show.
Yeah, right.
Never heard of that. That's a unique talent.
So in 1884, they start their first circus here in Baraboo with a tent that sat 400 people. Within less than a decade, they had grown so big that their tent sat 12,000 people, and it moved every single day.
In fact, from 1884 through 1918, the operation grew to become the largest circus enterprise the world has ever known.
And the logistics of moving this mini-mobile metropolis were so impressive that even the U.S. Army studied its methods before World War I.
It's a mile-long train and 1,700 people on payroll. They have their own doctor, their own fire department, their own post office. It's really a city that comes to your city.
It's like a traveling small town.
Yeah.
And they were a big deal.
They were a small town big deal, so to speak.
There's so much more unique circus history to uncover, but right now, it's time for us to go inside Circus World's big top tent to get a crash course in some of these incredible feats of daring do.
Are you gonna close your eyes? I'm thinking about closing my eyes.
Oh my, those are going really close.
For mother and son duo Vicky and Richie, flinging bowling pins within a hair's breadth of our heads
Is it making you nervous? It's making me nervous.
is just all in a day's work.
It turns out, as nerve-wracking as it is to stand perfectly still while almost getting smacked in the head by flying projectiles,
We're gonna start first with the one.
Yeah, one is good.
learning how to juggle is way more stressful.
Right to left, left to right.
Okay, one ball, easy.
Doing good. Let's go to two.
1, 2.
Right, left. Right, left. That's it.
Oh, I did it.
Good. There we go.
A lot of repetition. Your eye. Yes. You see?
All right, ready to try three?
And now, our big finish.
Good. There we go.
There we go. Yes.
Okay, not too bad.
Do a little push and that's all.
Next up, one of my personal favorites, hula hooping. Our instructor, the incredible Gail Howell, who makes it all look so easy.
No! Oh my gosh! Oh man.
Oh my gosh, something easier. You could go above your head like that. There
He's
you
got
go.
the hand thing down. Look at that.
That's about
That's
it.
good.
We got this one down. I was worse.
No, I think I was worse.
Yeah, you got it.
Woo!
Go.
Hard, push hard. Yeah.
You come and see Gail in the show?
Cheer louder.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, if there's one thing that everybody identifies with the circus, it's clowns.
And at Circus World, that means Mr. Bill and Michelle. Clown College, here we come.
Rule number one, you gotta look the part.
That's it. That's being a clown. Hey, get your balloons.
Rule number two, you gotta play the part.
$5. Get your balloons.
Hey, I got the balloons.
hey.
I got the balloons. I got the balloons. No, I got the balloons. I got the balloons. I got the balloons. No, I got the balloons. I got the balloons.
Come on, guys, get her. She's going.
When I break the balloons, I almost break my face. I like face plant into the floor. Still kind of hurts.
You broke the balloons.
We got it.
And as they say, the show must go on.
Let's go over there. We got it.
Whoa, whoa, oh my goodness.
When we come back,
Welcome to the dungeon.
Hey.
We do a deep dive into Circus World's vast underground vault.
and then
I'm just along for the ride.
it's time to mount up for a walk on the wild side.
I don't think I have
Is
it.
that you or the elephant?
That was the elephant.
That's coming right up.
You're watching Small Town Big Deal.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. Well, Jan, you ready to put our newfound skills and talents to work under the big top?
I hope so, but I can tell you this for sure, it will not be hula hooping.
Or juggling?
That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome back home to Circus World.
For more than 60 years, circus fans have flocked to Baraboo, Wisconsin, not just for the shows, but to immerse themselves in what is arguably the greatest collection of circus artifacts on Earth.
Welcome to the dungeon.
These got to be actual costumes?
These were all used by the circus, yeah?
Wow.
Jennifer Kronk is the curator of circus history at Circus World.
It's everything from, an employee badge up to musical instruments and costumes and props and aluminum balls of foil. We have clown costumes that are over 100 years old up through ones that were used just a couple years ago. We have a whole cabinet of clown shoes. I mean, what other museum has cabinets of clown shoes, right?
Look at this one. There are miniature trains, all kinds of props. The list goes on and on.
Yeah, and the harness even says the greatest show on earth.
Yep. Got to keep that name in front of people,
Yeah.
right?
So here we have a good sample of the different types of posters.
I love that one right off the bat.
Wow.
Upstairs, archivist Pete Shrake showed us some of the museum's vast collection of circus posters.
Zazel was a noted human cannibal performer.
I mean, you have to have a name like Zazel to be shot out of a can.
and be
No,
shot out of a can.
not if you're in the circus.
No.
The collection of just these vintage circus posters is staggering.
How many do you have?
We have somewhere between 9,000 to 10,000, and it is the largest collection of its kind in the United States. This is from 1847, one of the earliest color posters. The circus is following technology as soon as they could.
In fact, these posters were the mass media of its day, getting the word out that the circus was coming to town.
They would produce hundreds of posters specific to the location, which would then be plastered all over town.
The circus really pioneered that kind of in-your-face marketing, and this is a good example of it.
First infomercials.
Very much so,
But as posters.
as posters.
Every autumn from 1884 through 1918, the Ringling Brothers Circus would head home to Baraboo after months of being on the road.
The area came to be known as Ringlingville. Today, the site is a National Historic Landmark and home to Circus World.
We opened July 1st, 1959 with 2 buildings, 6 wagons, and we've grown since then to 64 acres, 250 plus wagons, and 8 National Historic Landmarks, which were the original winter quarter buildings of the Ringling brothers. We are part of the Wisconsin Historical Society, thus we are all state employees, but we're probably the only state in the nation that has trapeze artists and clowns and ringmasters and elephant trainers on the payroll of a state enterprise.
Here come the elephants!
In its heyday, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus traveled with as many as 40 performing pachyderms.
The public's attitude over animal entertainment was changing, and many circuses, including Ringling Brothers, decided to retire their herds.
Hi, Viola.
But here at Circus World, fans can still enjoy 2 of these beautiful creatures, Viola and Isa.
So Armando, how long have you been working with elephants?
Well, I've been around elephants my entire life. 9 generations of being in the circus. Isa, come here, move up.
I'm just along for the ride.
What is it you love about them?
It's something new every day. They're very, very intelligent, very compassionate.
All right, here you go. And there it goes.
To be successful with elephants, it's a bond you have to create with them, and the only way you do that is spending time, quality time. Kind of like you spend with your family. They are my family.
In fact, Armando said before he got married, he told his bride-to-be that the care and comfort of the elephants would always come first.
Stretch, good girl, stretch. Stretch out.
Wow.
Good girl.
So I'm not so sure that Armando speaks elephant, but I'll tell you what, those elephants speak Armando. I mean, they were a team. Oh,
Here you go.
I don't think I have
Is
it.
that you or the elephant?
That was the elephant. Some people don't want to see animals as part of the circus. When you hear that, what do you want to tell people?
I can talk for myself. I cannot speak for anyone else. They get the best care possible. They get all my attention, all my love, and there's no disputing that part of it.
Well, they are lovely, and you can tell they love you. They listen and they love you.
They're my babies.
Time for the small town big deal quiz. Do you know how many muscles there are in an elephant's trunk? Is it 5,000, 15,000, 40,000, or 100,000? The answer when we come right back.
Welcome back to Circus World in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Here's the answer to our small town big deal quiz.
We asked how many muscles are in an elephant's trunk. If you guessed 40,000, you got a nose for numbers.
As a child, I never went to the circus.
Yeah, me neither.
So Rodney and I are like 2 wide-eyed kids at the circus for the very first time.
Yeah, but I think everybody that comes to Circus World becomes a kid again.
No clowning around. We've been having one fantastic time here at Circus World.
Oh, she's got style.
But now comes the really exciting part. We get to actually join the troupe for a live performance under the big top. Rodney will get a shot at being the ringmaster.
Welcome to Circus World.
And Jan's gonna saddle up with Miss Vicky and her performing ponies.
Good job. Good job. It turns out Vicky comes from a long line of circus performers in her native Hungary.
A performer of the utmost magnificence.
Ringmaster Dave Salutis is a living legend at Circus World.
A stupendous, spectacular actor. I'm trying to throw in some good adjectives, because that's what the circus is all about. Dave Salutis! How was that? Doesn't get any better than that.
We'll get back to our big circus debut in a bit. But first, we wanted you to meet a man who's kept the wheels turning at Circus World for nearly 50 years.
These wagons are magnificent when you put horses on them.
Heavy leads a team of artisans in the painstaking work of restoring the museum's more than 250 original circus wagons.
Why is it so important to keep these and restore these?
Well, this is the only place in the world that I know of that restores circus wagons, and we still do it here at Circus World Museum, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bill ticket wagon, which when we got it, it was a chicken coop somewhere in Iowa.
Heavy, one of the wagons you showed us had like what, 10 or 12?
14 layers.
14 layers.
It took us 3 months to strip that down to the original paint. What's on there now is what was on it was originally built in 1863. This is a one-sided cage. That was for one side could see a beautiful wagon, the other would see the animals, just to draw the people's attention.
I mean, I can just feel your passion.
I tell you, I get overwhelmed with it, and I don't know what I'd do without it.
Yeah.
This place has got to be a part of my life until I close the lid.
I hope it's a very fancy box.
I hope so, too.
I mean, with lots of carving and maybe some gold leaf. While it was first wagons and later trains that brought the circus to town, they also brought something more than entertainment. They brought a glimpse into the future.
Before people had electricity in their homes, the light bulb was featured in the circus. Automobiles, what they build as flying machines we now know as airplanes, recorded sound, movies, air conditioning, all these things that we take for granted these days all came to communities across America through the circus.
In some ways, the circus was like the Google of its day.
And it was a traveling menagerie, so it was animals that you've never seen before. Ethnological congresses, they called it. So you saw people from different parts of the world that you haven't had the opportunity to see before.
Was the traveling
UN? Food Network, if you will. Cotton candy is born at the circus. Cracker Jack has its origins at the circus. Circus is sensory, right? It's all about sights and sounds and smells and taste.
Look at you. And speaking of sights and sounds, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime.
So, are you nervous?
I am. Even though my part's really simple, these are true performers.
I've been practicing.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Circus World.
With that bright red tailcoat and black top hat, Ringmaster Rodney nailed it.
And a man of immeasurable talent, our ringmaster, Dave Salutis. So afraid I'd mess the words up.
No, you did perfect.
You know, it was fun to perform in front of a live crowd. We don't very often get the opportunity to do that.
And now it's Jan's turn to wow the crowd.
I was great during practice, but I got a little distracted during the show, and I wasn't fast moving to my marks, and I could hear Miss Victoria saying, "Go, go!" I'm like, "Oh, that's me, not the ponies." If someone has never been to Circus World, why should they come?
Just to come to see circus history. Circus history is a big part of this country, and they should come see it. We need more of this in this world today.
You know, whether you're 3 or 103, leave the root canal behind, leave the divorce behind or the homework assignment, come on under the big top and let it all go and just immerse yourself in the wonder and majesty that the art form is.
We'll be right back.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal.
You know, if you were already enamored with the circus, we're pretty sure you did enjoy it. But if you're like Rodney and me and a lot of it was new, we're pretty sure you might have become a new fan.
I mean, you've got to love the history, the pageantry,
and the performers, both the animal kind and the human kind. They made us feel like families.
It was so much fun. I tell you, you all have got to come to Circus World.
Absolutely.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.
1, 2, 3.
Right, left. You ready for 3? Ready for 3?
Ready for
Are you
3?
kidding me?
Are you ready for 3? Come on.
I know what to do with the balls.